Oh, I was muted. Ha 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 ha. Everything should be working now, hopefully. Ha ha ha. I don't know what happened. A lot of things happened at once. I think my GPU crashed. I was like, okay, sure. That's fine. Sucks, but whatever. But then a few minutes after that, I think my whole computer crashed. So that was the thing. And then OBS wouldn't connect to the streaming service. But now we're here, sometime later, at the press conference. Of course, we got this connection issue. Hopefully that doesn't affect this press conference. Sometime later at the press conference. Okay. Yep. Yep. Carmela, please. Anyway, Luca just didn't dodge, you know? Util lacks martial ethics. Using an esoteric move right out of the gate, Luca got careless and didn't manage to dodge in time. Oh, so Luca wasn't prepared. May I ask then, did Luca prepare any esoteric moves? Wait and see is all I can say. Thank you for your answer. Many spectators are concerned if Luca will participate in the repechage. Can you give us a little insight into this? We are already busy with the prep. Of course, what was lost in the ring can only be regained by re-entering it. Please look forward to our performance in the repechage, however that's pronounced. I wish Luca a successful resurrection then. Alright, that's all for your questions. Coach, please choose another journalist. I'm curious how Hook is going to get published. Who's publishing Hook? But let's go for it, I guess. Please ask your question. It could have been a problem with your line of sight, and you might not have noticed as journalists, but perhaps out of curiosity, perhaps due to fatigue, you still point to this invisible journalist to ask their question. Oh, it's not Hook? Who's supposed to be here? I'll skip to the next one if there's no one here. Well, hang on, I'm right here. Hook seems to be standing a little too far in front. A little too far in front, which explains why no one can see her from that angle, apart from the journalist seat. Yeah, I have a question on behalf of Bellabog's Crystal Daily. Tear up and wipe at your non-existent glasses. Hook is finally growing up. I'm so touched. Can you see this, Uncle Fearsman? Sob. Hey, stop talking like the old man's left this world. The internet says that the war dance is fast becoming an arms exhibition. At this rate, even Star Destroyer cannons will get used. Might I ask what the coach has to say about such opinions on the internet? The war dance also has to change with the times. The netizens speak sense. No comment on the tournament rules. She looks so smug with herself. No comment. As a participant, I don't think it's appropriate for us to comment on the tournament's regulations. I can only say that this is the outcome of the match, and we accept the outcome. Coach understanding is very rational, yeah, but I hope I can also understand your words next time. Luca may have lost the match, but Bellabog will continue to cheer for him, and even more so for his friends. Coach, please say something to Luca's fans on his behalf. Express gratitude. Express positivity. The fans needed worry. Luca is already training hard to get back into form, and our coaching team is reflecting on our past missteps. We will treasure the chance in the repechage for everyone. Please wait patiently for the return of our champion. Yeah, but I've noticed Luca is still pretty down in the dumps. I would remind this journalist to be discerning about your information sources. Alright, that's all for your questions. Thank you, Coach, for your insightful answers. Today's Q&A and tier media personnel, please leave the area in an orderly and civil fashion. Time to get down to business. Sometime later, near the Sky Splitter newsstand. The latest edition of Lofu Sports Illustrated is out. Let's see what exciting news is in for store. Strong Arm loses to Silver Gun. Luca's path to the Wardans meets first defeat. After the match began, the two contestants spent a long time confronting each other. After that was over, contestant Luca roared and charged at his opponent. Contestant Brutal swiftly took out his weapon and fired 6 shots in rapid succession, instantly falling contestant Luca. Brutal not only won but also set a record for the fastest knockout in this war dance. International Peace Corporation issues stern protests amid ongoing turmoil. Carmela, IBC intern journalist. Although the match between Luca and Brutal has concluded, its repercussions are still unfolding. The International Peace Corporation has lodged a formal protest with the Shinjo Alliance demanding the disqualification of Brutal. However, the Shinjo Alliance has rejected this request, stating that Brutal met all the competition's requirements. Luca's defeat raises questions. Was the war dance rigged? Hook, Crystal Daily special correspondent. Good for the Crystal Daily to get, have like an international correspondent already and stuff. Breaking news, the judges have declared Boot Hill's weapon compliant with the rules, and the match result stands. This made a lot of people really mad on the internet. And they are saying mean things about the judges. Understandably, fans are upset as the war dance competition is turning into a show of high-tech gadgets instead of fighting skills. How dare they say mean things? I wouldn't have known if I didn't read the paper. The ripple effect of this tournament is much larger than I expected. Ah, this is bad. Brutil completely shattered Luca's confidence. Now we'll just have to place our hopes on the repechage and pray everything goes well. It looks like the spectators enjoyed this match. Luca's popularity is on the rise again. You have to get it together, Luca. Do it for everyone supporting us.
Luca's condition is worrying. Let's go see him at the lounge.
Even when cheers fade, the voice of the voiceless will never cease. Who are these guys cheering for? I think you guys are facing the wrong way.
That boot hill really went way overboard. If it weren't for Luca's iron arm, Luca would have been...
He's way out of my league. I swear, getting near him, I felt like I was staring death in the face.
Luca...
What about your iron arm?
I don't think that's what we should be worrying about right now.
Clara prepared a couple of spare boxing gloves, but what's the use? They'll I'll just get shot up one by Boot Hill anyway. I'm such a country bumpkin. I shouldn't have come here in the first place. I'm way out of my league.
Don't give up. Do you remember? The War Dance has a popularity revival mechanic. Now the entire cosmos loves you. They'll definitely revive you.
Popularity revival? Maybe they all just want to turn me into a laughingstock. They just want to see me get beat up again and escape with my tail between my legs. I'm sorry, Mr. Japard, Miss Bronya. I'm just a useless piece of nothing.
But...
Sorry, I want to be alone for a while.
Wah wah, are you busy? What's up? I always have time for you. That's really, sure. Great. I saw in the news that you're the coach of the Bellabog team. I was sure you'd be busy. I can't believe you're free, haha. Mr. Tail wants to ask you, why do you suddenly have time on your hands? Luca was eliminated. I'm sorry, I didn't know. You win some, you lose some. Sob. Mr. Tail is making a fuss about wanting to see you. Well, Mr. Tail said that he wasn't making a fuss, but he was. Where do we meet? Let's meet at the Sky Splitter. We'll be there soon. I'm not sure what the I guess a typo of not putting the exclamation mark. Maybe Mr.
Tails seem to be on the Sky Splitter too. Let's look for them.
Maybe Mr. Tail can eat away Luca's hallucinations? Which way do we need to go? Go this way. That'd be pretty useful. Making sure the treasure chest isn't down there. There's another Hexanexus here. Wait, is this where the treasure chest is? Did I miss this room? No, but there's just a Hexanexus here I forgot about.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
So if I missed that room, maybe there is another room I missed somewhere. I don't know. Nope. Where are we going? Hahua's like on the other side of the ship. What are we... Why are we walking there?
Hello, Mr. Nameless. It's been a hectic few days recently in the shackling prison. I had a hard time trying to leave. I'm very happy to be seeing you again.
I guess we have to go straight to business. Okay, you looking for me, Tail?
Obviously. I saw in the news that you're a coach now. You've got your hands in all kinds of pies, haven't you?
Yep.
I was thinking you could train Hua Hua properly, and have her attend the war dance to fight against a few others. Isn't this much more effective at training one's bravery than watching horror flicks?
Huh? That's what you were thinking about? No, 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 no. One punch and I probably won't stop crying for ages. Please don't do this to me.
So that kid you're training, Luca or whatever his name is, he got beat anyway. Isn't this the perfect opportunity to throw Hua Hua into the mix?
Oh, right. Is Mr. Luca doing all right? The news said he couldn't even stand. Since Mr. Luca is really popular, he'll definitely clear the popularity revival vote in return. Please cheer him on.
Ugh, what cheering? You're just trying to change the subject, you timid brat. You don't want to fight in the war dance, do you?
I don't think he's decided to participate in the repechage.
Huh? Why?
You got beat senseless?
He got scared. You explained to Hua and Tail about Luca's worsening hallucinations.
Hallucinations? Just excuses, I bet. He's bowing out just because he got thrashed? Extra, extra! Brat even more cowardly than Hua Hua discovered.
My
Read
gosh.
all about it!
Don't say that, Mr. Tail! It's probably really emotionally damaging to realize how huge the skill gap is between you and your opponent.
Is that the reason you don't want to fight? If that kid wants to forfeit the match, Coach, why don't you give Hua Hua some proper training and forget about this mess?
Actually, hallucinations. There's a way to deal with them, as long as there's someone who's superb at dealing with matters of the heart, and a kind-hearted Heliobus willing to help out.
Exactly. Hua Hua winked at you, hinting at her joining her in the guilt tripping. Let's see. Yeah, sad that it's hard to find such compassionate Heliobi these days. Where would we ever find such a Heliobus?
Huh? What are you lot looking at me for? Stop looking at me like that! Do I look like a psychiatrist to you? You people! I bet you think I'm super useful, don't you? I'm charging a fee next time.
Thank you, Mr. Tail.
Thank you, Mr. Tail.
You're lucky I'm a big softy on the inside. Where's Luca now? Take me to him.
He wanted to take advantage of my post to watch the competition, but
Not. Not gonna walk all the way back. I wish this teleport would face you the other direction. When we spawn, we face this direction. But this direction doesn't go anywhere. Everything's always in the opposite direction. So I wish they'd just face you that way.
You're back! Who are these two?
They're Luca's fans.
Luca's fans! Luca, your fans are here to see you! Hang on! What's this? It's a ghost! To think, Luca has fans from realms that transcend mortality!
Good thing I'm already used to such reactions.
Hello, Luca. I'm Haha, and this here is Mr. Tail. We're your fans.
Oh, my fans. Sorry to have disappointed you.
Luca's really down in the dumps now, and he can't lift his spirits up for anything. I ordered a couple pounds of grilled meat for him so he might have a feast to cheer him up, but he just sat there all moody and devoured the lot.
At least his appetite hasn't changed.
No matter how bad my mood is, high-quality protein is never to blame.
Actually, Mr. Luca, we're healers invited by Mr. Nameless to help you with your depressive emotions and hallucinations.
There is no we. I'm the only one here who's powerful enough to perform such a difficult task.
Everyone, I've already withdrawn from the tournament. Please stop wasting your time and money on someone as useless as me.
Ugh, I can't take it! The depression he's radiating is making even me uncomfortable. Ugh. Hurry up and let me at him.
I'm counting on you, Mr. Tail.
I'm really gonna start charging money next time.
This... Mr. Tail? What are you doing so close to me? Cold! I was shivering for a second there.
There's a surprising lot of story and mechanics relating to the Heliobi event in this one.
If
Right,
we're to
something
help
unexpected.
the kid find his confidence again, we'll have to strike at the root of the problem and remove it completely.
The Pathfinder from earlier as well.
So annoying. Let's just make it quick.
Help Luca out over the shadow of defeat.
Margie! You're here to watch me fight again?
Yeah, you're just too strong. I was so scared when those three big guys came out, but you managed to beat them all. I really hope I can grow up to be strong like Luca one day.
Of course you will! You just have to eat well, sleep well, train well, and you'll be even stronger than I am. When that happens, you'll be able to KO me in just a few punches, and then yell triumphantly in the ring, "The Multamerville Warrior, the peerless Boulder Champion, defeater of evil throughout the world!"
Not that, Luca. That's the line when you defeat the baddies.
It's getting late. You should be getting home. The early bird gets the worm. That's how you grow up big and strong.
Luca? I might not be able to watch your next match.
That's all right. Even if you're busy, I know you've always got my back. Just remember to come by for the match after that. I'm facing off against the decapitating singer Congiorni, and you can't miss it.
The decapitating singer?
Luca, I don't think I can make it for that either. For a long time after this, I might not be able to come.
What happened?
I really hope I can grow up to be strong like Luca one day.
Margie? Margie, where are you? Margie? Margie! Margie! Where did you go? I still haven't seen you grow up big and strong.
Luca, who is that little girl?
I think that was also from his companion mission, if I remember correctly, but that was a long time ago.
Her name's Margie. A fan of mine. She always came to watch all my matches. We got to know each other later and started chatting, but in the end, I still didn't really understand her situation. It wasn't until much later I learned she had a serious illness and was battling for her life against it. The underworld is impoverished, and the doctors tried their best, but they couldn't cure her.
My condolences, Luca.
You may not be familiar with the place of my birth. When I was still a child, everyone led hard lives, teetering on the brink of death at all times. Some died to monsters, others to bandits. I've seen so much death. Back then, I thought we were just too weak. If I could get just a little stronger, even just a little, we could vanquish our foes and keep on living. I did get stronger later on, and became the boxing champion who trounced the entire underworld. At the time, I believed that as long as I swung my fists, no one could defeat me. I could be a role model for all the kids in the underworld. I could tell them that no matter how scary the opponent was, as long as we kept on fighting, we would win out. We would definitely win. But when I wanted to tell Margie the news about my victory, her father told me she was gone. Margie, she was battling the demons of her sickness with that frail, tiny body of hers. She was always battling. She must win the next round. In the end, I finally understood that there are always unwinnable battles in life. Some fights, no matter how much you need to win, you still lose. Just like when I faced off against Mr. Boothill. I lied to those kids. And to myself. I can't face them.
He's avoiding the problem. Let's catch up and see how it goes.
Dadgum Wubbaboo! Others might play games with you, but I ain't playing. I'm putting my life on the line here. But if you don't even have the guts to do the same, then what are you here for? Come on. Look down the barrel of my gun. Walk over here and take a swing at me. You got the guts. Luca, come on. Get over here and take a swing at me. You got the guts. Speak up!
Bring it on, Boothill. I'll make you eat your own words.
Screw up a boo. You've got some guts. Bullets don't have eyes, so Don't blame me for being ruthless.
I thought your defeat was graceful. Not everyone has the guts to charge at a loaded gun and land a punch.
What else could I do? Turn around and leave? Accept defeat? How is that any different than taking a desperate stand? No matter what I chose, my life wasn't in my own hands. Don't you get it? If you wanted me dead, I wouldn't have had the chance to even muster an ounce of resistance. In short, it was Mr. Boothill who spared my life. I hate this feeling. It makes me feel powerless, like my life is within the palm of their hand. Like all my efforts to fight back seem like a joke. That girl, Margie, when she confronted the demons of her sickness, she must have felt this way too. No?
You idiot. Is there anything in this world that isn't in the palm of the universe? Even our Heliobi ancestors were trapped in the furnace. Even the eons must walk the path. Freedom? Is freedom really that important?
You don't get it, Mr. Tail. I just don't want to lose.
Why'd he run off again? Forget it. We're almost in the depths of his inner world. The nightmare causing his loss of faith should be hiding there.
I mean, technically, he's already lost once before.
Run! Run! Run, you fool! You can't win! You'll die! Run! Run! Run, you fool! You can't win! You'll die! Run away! Quickly! Flee! You can't win! Run back to Belleville. The skill gap is too much! You'll die! You're still thinking of bringing glory back home? To have your name insulted? Dream on! You absolutely can't win! Run! Are you not afraid of death?
Hey! You pieces of trash! Stop spewing nonsense here! Scram!
Who are you? You don't belong here. You should not be here. You are invaders. Invaders must be purged!
You're kidding! You're trying to get rid of me? Oh, this is outrageous!
Everyone's a customer! I see through you. Converge and awaken!
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
Forget your wallet?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
It's hard to know how much damage you fully do when all the numbers kind of stack on top of themselves.
Still waters of oblivion.
You took the bait. Time for a buzz.
Come feast your eye! Happy New Year!
A quick
I
divination.
wonder if there's another way to look at that sort of thing.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
About 12,000 in there. I think that was Dotsta.
Luca, I've cleared out that noise messing with your head. You better get it together.
Noise? Mr. Japard. An officer in Belobog. He said something like that too.
A person's inner voices make far too much noise, especially so during safe and quiet moments. Ironically, the voices that truly matter often become audible only in moments of pain, discomfort, and peril.
When I was staring down the barrel of Boothill's gun, I realized Mr. Japard was right. My inner heart was at peace. There was only one sound that was yelling nonstop. It got louder and louder, till it just overwhelmed everything around me. That voice said, "Run, run, run away quickly. You'll die if you don't." That was the truest voice in my heart when I stared danger in the face. I guess it means I'm not as strong as I thought I was.
Your inner voice told you to run. So, why did you still charge towards him?
Because there was another, weaker voice. So weak that I could barely hear it. But it still managed to reach my ears. It said, "If you run now, you might as well just die here."
So you did well. You charged forth.
But I lost, Mr. Tail. I listened to that very important voice, and I lost. Terribly. Even if I were to be revived, I would still lose. If not today, then tomorrow. No matter how strong I become, I would still eventually lose.
Oh, my sides! You're killing me here! You're a real comedian! Isn't that just common sense? You humans are very fragile. Heliobiar too, of course, but that's not the point. The point is, life is a fight in a ring you're bound to lose. Aging, disease, unattainable desires, each one will knock you out. Death just lands the final blow, making your friends and family cry.
If there's nothing but a path of complete and utter defeat to walk, what exactly can be considered winning?
Fool! What's the point of asking someone else this question? Huh? Isn't that something that only you can define?
I don't understand.
You might as well be a single-celled organism. Let me ask you a question, and answer it properly. That young fan of yours, Margie, she fought with her illness her entire life, and she didn't make it through in the end. Tell me, did she lose?
She did.
Huh?
But she tried her best in everything she did. She was always putting up a fight against her sickness. One punch after the next. She was the greatest boxer there ever was. In my heart, Margie won. And she won in style.
See? You fully understand, don't you? There are rules to victory and defeat in the ring. But with our lives, only we get to dictate the rules. Luca, the most important thing is to always throw the next punch.
Most important. always throw the next punch. Thank you, Mr. Tail.
Oh, but stop! Stop! Stop it! Ugh. I can't stand people's gratitude. Ugh. Now that you've gotten yourself together, it's time to give it your all in your repechage.
Okay, it is repechage. I wasn't wrong.
Miss Carmela, Coach, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have given up so easily.
Luca, what's with you?
You got it all figured out?
I've decided to participate in the popularity revival repechage and return to the War Dance's stage.
That's great! Luca, you finally come around!
That's fantastic! I was sad seeing you so depressed just now.
Now go do 10 sets of pull-ups and to warm up.
Oh, you're such a brutal coach.
But what happened just now? Luca just came to his senses after that green flash of light. This treatment is a little too effective, isn't it?
Maybe it's because I've seen too many bizarre things after arriving on the Luofu, but after witnessing Mr. Tail's capability, I'm actually surprised that I'm not very surprised at all.
Hey, who are you calling a bizarre thing?
Speaking of which, doesn't the popularity revival repechage rely on popularity votes? Is Mr. Luca qualified to join the repechage?
Let's see. Huh, I found it! Luca, the list, the repechage, he's in it!
Kid, looks like you're gonna be busy. A pity. I'll have to temporarily shelve my plan to have Wawa get pummeled.
Mr. Tail!
I'm out.
I'll see them off.
Bye! Please, come see my match again next time. I won't disappoint you, after all the help you've given me.
Escort them out on the other side of the arena. Okay.
Attention all visitors. If you encounter any difficulties, please feel free to ask any nearby venue staff or visit the Visitor Service Center for assistance.
Oh no. Look, maybe he'll maybe he'll hallucinate again, and it's someone else will have to fight. maybe he'll hallucinate again. Is it too late to back out?
Okay, this is far enough. Go back and take care of your business.
Aww, it's suffocating trying to keep a secret. I have to spill the beans. Mr. Tail actually came to look for you, too.
You dare.
I knew Tail missed me. But yeah, you know what? Haha, don't be afraid to speak your mind.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tail. In truth, Mr. Tail really likes watching Lucas fights.
You rascal! How are you even a judge when you can't even keep a secret? Forget it. I'll deal with you when we get back. Anyway, you heard it. You better be a good coach, and make sure that kid wins a few matches in style. Got it?
I won't let you down.
Good. I'm counting on you then. We're leaving. See you some other time.
Bye! Do your best in the popularity revival repechage!
Huohuo and Tail have gone home. I should also head back to the lounge to prepare for the repechage.
Yeah. Preparation.
Then let's put you to the test.
Since I've been given the chance to participate in the repechage, I have to make the most of it and not disappoint everyone who's been cheering me on.
I'm sure you'll win.
With a dedicated coach like you, of course I'm gonna win. But I'm still not quite clear. What are the rules for this popularity revival match?
According to the previous war dances, the repechage is a free-for-all among popular contestants that have been eliminated. There's only one winner, and only the winner can rejoin the knockout stage. But General Jing Yuan has amended the rules, hoping to give more opportunities for the contestants to showcase the beauty of duels. It is said that the Lafu has invited a highly reputable warrior known for his virtue to serve as the referee for the repechage. Have you guys heard of the Knight of Beauty?
Sounds fake. Sounds like a loser.
I feel the same way. After all, many worlds are invited to participate in the war dance this time. It's clear that the Xianzhou Lafu intends to showcase its prosperity to everyone through this tournament. Mr. Luca, I'm sure the knight will see the beauty in your powerful punches. I truly hope you win.
Thanks, Miss Carmela. I will succeed.
That way I won't have to worry about getting a permanent role anymore.
In all seriousness, though, like, in all seriousness, from like a game design point of view, it's ridiculous that they add him as a fight pretty much every other update. Not even every other update, because this was actually part of the last. This was part of 2.5, and 2.4 had him as well. So every update actually.
Do I look impressive when I punch? It's not like I can see myself in action. Will I impress the Knight of Beauty? The Knights of Beauty sounds like an organization with high aesthetic standards. Don't overthink, Luca. Think about Margie and always focus on your next punch.
Are you ready to showcase your style?
Clearly, they're never gonna get tired of him.
I'm all set. I'm gonna win this.
No doubt about that.
No, we are literally just fighting him. Okay. After the characters collectively use Ultimate 3 times, activate Brave Fist and deal a set amount of wind damage for 5 times to random enemy targets. And their adjacent targets. We do have a trial team, though. Which also includes Argenti himself, which is strange. Frost, quantum, physical. This will do frost to cover the bases. Popularity repechage.
The next contestant to challenge Argentine, the Knight of Beauty, is a super popular young hero, Luca Strongarm. Luca, the entire cosmos has been waiting for your return. We all love you.
Wherever I go, I see you. Are you stalking me?
I'm surprised too. Why do I keep running into you in different events across different worlds? If I may venture a guess, it's probably because the paths we tread lead to the same destination. So they're bound to converge.
Now the game is just mocking me at this point.
As much as I want to keep chatting with you, dear friend, please forgive me for not giving you as much attention today. You're not the star of the day. It's Luca.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Argenti. I've heard a lot about you. They say you're really great. I'm pretty good myself, too.
This isn't my first time seeing you. I was there when you had the duel with Boot Hill.
Mr. Argenti, I'm sorry you had to see that spectacle. But please, don't underestimate me because of that.
No, not at all. When you stepped forward and swung your fist at a formidable opponent fearlessly, the beauty of that moment struck me. I've been replaying it in my mind for some time, and it always brings tears to my eyes.
You're making me blush. I lost so badly, it didn't really seem beautiful at all.
I must correct you, Luca. Idrilla never promotes the twisted notion of winners being more beautiful than losers. Boot Hill was only trying to scare you, but you weren't aware of that at the time. You thought you were dying, but for the sake of your dignity, honor, and home, you stood firm and threw a punch. In my view, that's combat aesthetics at its finest. However, even though I hold you in high regard, we still have to compete, according to the rules of the War Dance.
No problem. I won't disappoint you, Mr. Argenti.
Well, let the trial begin. Luca, prepare yourself.
VIP. I always deliver.
You're invited to perform the Rondo of Beauty.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again! Protect me!
I can breathe easy again. Strike the part! Not bad.
Till I see that light once more, I will protect all beauty. The flesh for Idrilla.
Don't come any close!
Fiends or devil, I'll crush them all!
Please take this seriously, Luca. The opponent strikes again.
Rise to the challenge.
Mr. Argenti, think of these moves.
Luca has turned the tables. Legendary.
Even inch will take a lot.
put!
I can breathe easy again.
Luca! Triangle and pawn!
Till I see that light once more, I will protect all beauty!
The flesh!
For it, Trilla.
Self-inflicted misery. We have a deal. There's no backing out now. For me or you.
Put forth all your might, flesh
How many can you block? Blade and flight!
rise to the challenge!
Swords descend!
He's only summoning the damage
fighting a
ones
gentleman.
for this fight.
Forth all your might!
I'm gonna hold everyone back again! Don't come in!
Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all!
I can breathe easy again. Win some.
The flesh wound!
Wretched and bleeding!
Who's the little backstabber?
The flesh wound!
Till I see that light once more, I will protect all beauty!
For it, Trilla.
Luca pulls off another miracle with his bare hands. What a man!
Descend!
Rise to the challenge!
Have it. There's no backing out now. For me or you.
Get them! My oath is until I see
Definitely
that
clicked on
light, I will
Argentina's
protect
ult
all
there,
beauty!
For it, Trilla.
I always deliver.
Rise to the challenge!
Get them!
Wretched and bleeding!
Self-inflicted misery. Blade and flight!
Beauty is eternal!
Get them!
Luca! Triangle and pawn!
Swords descend!
Rise to the... What an exciting match! Next.
We have a deal. There's no backing out now. For me or you.
The flesh wound!
Mr. Luke, you're invited to compose an anthem
There's some
of
more
beauty with me.
damage boosting ones now.
Coming in hot. Hang in there, Luca!
Crush them all!
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might. Flesh wound. Wretched and bleeding.
Time for swordplay. Strike with heart.
I'm scared!
Stay put! Get them!
Ow.
I'm giving you one last chance. Please, do your best.
He's struggling to land a counter.
Don't worry, we can't die again.
For it, Trilla.
Time for a lesson.
Rise to the challenge. Test.
We have a deal. There's no backing out now. For me or you. Who's the little backstabber?
Rise to the
I'm
challenge.
gonna hold everyone back again! Protect!
My gratitude is yours.
Don't come in!
Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all!
Swords descend!
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Flesh raise.
Wretched and bleeding. I will protect all beauty.
For it, Trilla.
Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
I'm scared.
Stay put!
I can breathe easy again.
Can you just
Blue
auto?
sun
I
wins
guess I
out.
could.
The flesh
Strike with heart.
My oath is to a solitary rose. You're fighting a gentleman.
We have a deal. There's no backing out now. For me or you. Self-inflicted
Rise to the challenge. Rise to the challenge. Put forth all your might.
Fiends or devils? I'll crush them!
Sargenti, does this punch count as the beauty?
You don't!
Keep your cool, Luca. Let Argenti see your bravest side.
I see that protect all beauty.
For it, Trilla.
We have a deal. There's no backing out now. For me or you.
Rise to the challenge.
Practice is over. Swords descend.
No doubt about it! Luca is the real deal!
Will I see that lightning?
Luca is not in a place. Fix that, Trilla.
There's no backing out now. For me or you.
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Give an inch and they'll take a mile. Don't let me down.
My guiding light. The beauty is eternal. Get them! My oath is to a wretched and fleeting.
Who's the little backstabber?
That's amazing. Excellent. I wasn't wrong about you. Your skills, wisdom, and courage embody the beauty of a martial artist.
Argenti sees beauty in Luca. That means Luca's strong arm is set to make a comeback to the war dance. Where are the Luca fans? Let me hear you holler. 3, 2, 1, make some noise!
Mr. Argenti, I'm truly
Nothing.
grateful
Silence.
for your recognition.
Actually, I'm simply using the authority granted by the Cienjo people to let you return to the tournament. You don't need my recognition at all, or anyone else's.
It's hard to understand your words when they sound so philosophical.
No matter. Just remember one thing. You're already the embodiment of the beauty of battle, which is a fact. Regardless of winning and losing, or what others may say, it can't be taken away from you.
I'll keep that in mind and try to digest its meaning when I'm back home.
By the way, I heard there's another war dance contestant who's good at using an iron arm. If you two are matched as opponents, it will surely be a magnificent dance.
Who else has an iron arm?
Another strong arm? Who could that be?
I shall take my leave, Mr. Luca.
Did Svarog secretly join the tournament? Sometime later at the press conference. I don't know who else it would be. Time zone A account. Well, first off, congrats on Luca for winning the repechage. We have once again invited the coach to answer some journalist questions about this match. Gonaifin's back. To the journalists who have arrived at the site, please situate yourselves appropriately, maintain your distance, and get your questions ready according to procedure. I trust you all to have prepared many questions. Let's not waste time and have the coach pick up the journalists. Please pay attention to time. We'll starting now. There's 4 of them now. Are we gonna get a third journalist? I feel bad. Like, he ends the press conference, but like I'm the host of the press conference. Surely I should be able to answer all the questions I want. All right, Camilla. I'm Camilla from the International Peace Entertainment. Coach, first, congratulations on your and Luca's repechage win. It's common knowledge that the Knight of Beauty, Mr. Argenti's evaluation of those in the repechage is highly stringent. I heard he not only requires that his opponents possess great strength, but they also have to exhibit sufficient beauty. Which is Coach's understanding of Luca's beauty? He's pretty beautiful with how handsome he is. Don't think that's appropriate as a coach to say that. Compassion and kindness are a kind of beauty in itself. Beauty lies in generosity and confidence. I think that compassion and kindness should be the foremost benchmark of beauty. I know the story between Luca and Margie, a little girl who he once met. Just off that incident alone, Luca is indeed a compassionate fellow. Even the most rigorous of the Knights of Beauty would recognize that Luca has a heart befitting for beauty. Coach understanding is certainly unique. Though contestant Luca has successfully returned to the tournament, the opponents lined up for him are all undisputed powerhouses. I wonder if Coach is confident of victory for the upcoming matches. Just fight and don't think of anything else. We're raring to go right now and we're pumped. Whoever it is matched against us is out of luck. It's all the same, human or ghost. Let's just fight them. What a super confident answer. Alright, well, that's it for your questions. Coach, please choose another journalist. Little Agui. Please ask your questions. Coach, I'm a good knife fan, special correspondent from the Shinjo Martial Elite Network. To promote Luca's repechage, I screamed till I went hoarse during my live stream. Don't you have something to say about that? I thought we were buds. That's right. Hey, you're just gonna gloss over this? My first question is about the rumored match forfeiture. There's been a lot of buzz that contestant Luca sank into a depressive state after losing the boot hill, and that he has prepared to forfeit the repechage, but fortunately he still completed it in the end. Coach, is the match forfeiture true? That was indeed the case. She also looks really smug. But luckily Luca managed to get himself out of it. Just the thought of it gives me the shivers. Everyone experiences moments when they feel like giving up. Such thoughts are only human, but real heroes are those who confront their own weaknesses. Without a doubt, Luca is one of them. So this is the truth behind the match forfeiture drama. Second question, given Luca's soaring popularity, many brands must be eager to invite him for a collaboration. Coach, can you share some information regarding any commercial partnerships? Is he really that popular? I've been thinking about that. Is like everyone's like, wow, this guy is the most popular. I'm like, is he really that popular? Taking on advertisements, I'm not in the know. Is this true? Why hasn't anyone told me? I'll ask about it later. Alright, that's it for your questions. Thank you, Coach, for your insightful answers. Today's Q&A ends here, even though there's 2 other journalists who have never been able to get any sort of interview. Media personnel, please leave the area. Time to get down to business. Next to the newsstand. The latest Lofu Sports Illustrated is out. Back to the arena, Luca's strong arm exemplifies the beauty of combat. This repechage was more like a dance than a battle. Contestant Luca and Mr. Argenti used the combat as medium to deliver a visually stunning feast for the audience. The clash between the Iron Fist and the Silver Lance was also a clash between conviction and beauty. Contestant Luca ultimately won Mr. Argenti's approval and officially returned to the War Dance Arena. Shockwave in the martial world. Luca stunned Shinjo martial arts community. Carmela, IBC intern journalist. Contestant Luca's performance in the repechage received unanimous praise from the Shinjo martial arts community. Industry experts noted that both contestant Luca and Mr. Argenti have introduced a richer and more diverse aesthetic to the competition, significantly enhancing the entertainment value of martial arts contestants. Or contests. Headline of the week. Contestant Luca sets this week on fire. Gwenifin, Shinjo, Martial Elite Network special correspondent. Who would have thought that the most popular match to date is the repechage? That's right. The fight between contestant Luca and Mr. Argenti scores magnitude above other fights when it comes to live viewership and trending searches. The whole internet is buzzing with discussion about this match. Contestant Luca had shot to fame. That's barely an article. This bunch of editors really are clickbait connoisseurs. Each header is more explosive than the last. Amazing. Luca has pulled himself together. I'll have to thank Mr. Tail and Hua Hua properly for their help. I can't believe we have so many fans. We're a big deal now. Luca should be back in the lounge. Let's take a walk nearby and look for him.
War Dance commemorative items. A collector's model of the Sword Champion.
The epitome of young morals. At least they're facing the correct way. Luca's back in. What a joyous occasion. Argenti is just too Lord Argenti is just too handsome. Oh my gosh. The match was so exciting. Luca's strong arm, invincible fist. Luca's the best. Yep, message from Lynx. Chingcha has restored another batch of documents. Bring Luca over. He should be the first to see them. We're on our way. Well, wait.
Miss Qingque has restored more parts of the record? Let's check them out now. Hopefully we'll find out the reason why Igor came to the Shinjo.
Lynx, look! He and Luca are here. This jade abacus is too severely damaged. Even with my best efforts, I can only restore a small part of the record.
What we're about to watch should be the last of the records.
I hope there's something about Shinjo.
Yeah, we're on the Shinzo after all. So we might even find someone here who knew him.
Are you guys ready? I'm going to play it.
Go ahead, Miss Qingque.
Igor, a flicker of sorrow appears fleetingly in my empathy module after listening to your speech. Even the coolant is unable to put out this flame of melancholy.
So, will you deploy your army to take over the collapsing market, Mr. Abraham?
Oh, I'm sorry to say that I won't. Every business decision has to be reached based on rational consideration. Your homeworld only contributes 0.005% of the logistical capacity required by the Building Material Logistics Department. In terms of the resource allocation of the traditional project department, its share is infinitesimal.
Mr. Abraham, that infinitesimal share you mentioned is my everything.
You can try your luck on the Lawfu of the Xianzhou Alliance, where the Luminary War Dance is currently held. The people of Xianzhou have always prided themselves on their benevolence, and they have aided many planets ravaged by the denizens of abundance. Perhaps they might lend you a helping hand? However, my child, I must remind you that the Xianzhou martial contests are much more than simple cyberboxing. You turned down the prizes and rewards you could have had just to talk to me for 10 minutes. Please at least take my sincerest wishes with you when you leave.
Miss Qingque, are you alright?
I'm fine. I just feel a bit blue after watching it.
The IPC is so hypocritical.
Hey, it happened a long time ago.
And it's still happening.
You're right. Qingque, don't be sad. It's just history. But the fact that it's history makes it even sadder.
I didn't know Qingzhou was such a bleeding heart.
Igor grasped at every tiny sliver of hope for someone to rescue his home world. When the name Xianzhou Alliance was mentioned, I imagined things unfolding like this. The Cloud Knights went to Eurilo 6 as reinforcements and eliminated the Ruin Legion, and the people of Eurilo 6 emerged from the crisis. Even without the records of what happened afterward, we know very well that things did not pan out that way. Igor's last hope, the Xianzhou Alliance, did not come to his world's rescue. All his efforts were in vain.
No, Miss Qingque. He didn't fail. Igor Haft later returned to Eurilo 6 and fought against the Antimatter Legion on the front line. He, along with many others like him, preserved the desolate city of Belobog with their flesh and blood. The fact that I can participate in the war dance to fight for my home today shows that he didn't fail. Those who sacrificed their lives 700 years ago didn't fail either.
You're right. If Igor could see how impressive you are on the war dance stage, he would definitely be very proud.
It's a pity we don't know how Igor performed at the war dance back then.
There's probably records. Just go ask.
I went to the repository the other day and did some digging. 700 years ago was not too long ago, but it was a turbulent era. The aftermath of the Second Denizens of Abundance War still lingered, and the sedition of Imbibador Lunae soon followed.
Yeah, like we got a timeline building up. So, the war dance was after Kool-Aid was captured in the Abundance War, but before the sedition of Imbibador Lunae. Assuming it was the second war. It was 700 years ago that Kool-Aid was captured, so it must have been the second one. There was 3 though, so I'm not actually sure.
I couldn't even find a complete list of contestants, and I didn't see Igor's name anywhere.
It's okay. Even though this ancient legend is no longer known, I can still create a new legend myself. With my fist, I'll rewrite Igor's story in the War Dance's ring. Just you wait and see.
Yeah, we look forward to it.
Can't wait.
I guess that's all there is about Igor for now. let's head back to the lounge to prepare for the upcoming knockout stage.
Maybe Chingcha actually knew Igor, but forgot about him.
Well, how old is Chingcha?
I'm not that old. Or maybe you've just forgotten your age. You're making me sound like I'm Mara-struck. That's scary.
Did the Divination Commission put able to...
Please, she's only 699 years old. Not 700.
Then let's put you to the test.
Who's next? Are you ready to keep competing? Can't wait, let's get started. Hold on, let's look at the opponent information. The next face-off match. Mysterious Iron Arm. Which... I mean, it's a big silhouette. So Svarog's pretty big. The ringmaster of this face-off is Iron Arm. Who's this? No matter who this Iron Arm contestant is, you need to participate in the knockout matches to gain enough points before you can challenge them. Causes an ally character to immediately take an action after the next action and increases their damage dealt by 50%. That's really good. Tuskbur, a pet obtained after the war dance event. Pet? We get a pet? Is this like Chunky Chops? Is just gonna hang out with us? We're just stealing Lingsha's pet? Is that what's happening? Mr. Tail. Stellaron Hunter Sam. But that's a trash can with... Either they're an imposter or they're using a fake image. A serious criminal wanted by the Interastral Peace Corporation, a cruel and emotionless war machine, and an infamous galaxy hunter. The opponents would forfeit the match and run under the cover of night as soon as they heard his name. Losing a match is nothing compared to losing life. The next opponent is, let's see. Stellaron Hunter, and it's Sam, said to be the most violent, brutal, and cruelest of them all. Come on, Luca, time to fill out the tournament forfeiture form. You absolutely cannot fight in the next round. Hang on, Miss Carmilla. Who is this Sam? And why are you suddenly pulling me out? This guy could be the most wanted criminal of them all. I'll fill you in on the details later when we get the chance. It's imperative that we pull out of the tournament now, and I'm not the least bit joking. Sam actually might be here to hang out with me. We're gonna get a reputation with Luca and Carmela that we know all these criminals. We're best friends with these criminals? But seriously, look closely. That isn't Sam. I would know. Clad in steel armor, towering and burly, bursting with an aura of absolute domination. That looks exactly like Sam. I'll just send Sam a message. Ask, are you guys buddy or something? Coach, you've gotta teach me your riz. With both the good and the bad. That's the first time I've ever said that word. And I'm shocked to see it here. Hey Sam, did you secretly join the war dance? This isn't me. I'd never wear something so bulbous. Hang on, Silverwolf has been on the Lofu these few days. Could she be pulling a prank? I'll call her and ask. Hold on. She physically rolled on the floor laughing after hearing this. She's still laughing. Hold on. She's still laughing so hard she's about to choke. She stopped and said it wasn't her. It appears someone is using my identity to participate in the war dance. Someone's impersonating you. I thought it was your new gear or something. Why would I ever wear such new gear? Angry Wubbaboo is very cute emo, actually. Luca will teach them a lesson. But the culprit didn't do anything overboard. Don't hurt them too bad. Fist. I like to think that's a fist bump. Also, the fire turns into a heart at the top, actually. We're in. So it's just a fool impersonating a Stellaron hunter. Luckily, the one they met as was Luca, not a real Stellaron hunter. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have gotten away with such just a lesson. Alright, I'm gonna get ready to step into the arena. We need to teach them a good lesson. Identity theft is not a joke. Shout out to online security. Inflict weakness break on enemies to gain a massive amount of vibes. That increases weakness break efficiency on allies' follow-up attacks by 50%. Additionally increases weakness break for ultimates. Breaking enemy will reduce their toughness by 30%. All allies immediately activate their ultimates. Okay. After triggering a follow-up attack, increases damage received by the target by 10%, up to 4 times. We have Fei Shao who does follow-up. March, does March have a follow-up? I don't know. Lingsha has a summon. I don't know if that counts as a follow-up. But we'll also throw in, I guess, Dr. Ratio, since he does follow-ups. Time to imagine him as the real Sam. I wonder if Luca's over his hallucinations or not. Dear spectators, welcome back to the Luminary War Dance Knockout Match Arena. In this match, the two opposing sides are the Rising Star, Luca Strongarm, and Sam from the Stellaron Hunters. My goodness, I can't believe it's actually the savage and ruthless Stellaron Hunter. What are you gonna do, Luca? Are you going to face this terrifying opponent head on? Why are there 3 of them? 3 Sams? I hear that Sam is only an individual, but why do I see 3 Sams in front of me? We are Sam, mass production models. I am Unit 1. I am Unit 2. I am Unit 3. The three of us are the infamous Stellaron Hunters. Our favorite hobbies include fighting, destruction, and devouring children. Ha ha ha, the question is, are you afraid? You've still got time to surrender. What? Are you scared speechless? I feel like I'm losing brain cells just talking to you. Let's cut to the chase and settle this with our fists. Oh, ha, 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 my thoughts exactly. Also, I didn't... Cutting back to our text with Firefly. I want to see Silverwolf rolling on the floor laughing. She doesn't seem the type to do that. That'd be interesting to see. Break the mass production model and trigger highlights to gain massive vibes. After defeating mass production machine, all enemies have their current toughness reduced.
Ready to shine. Nice job!
Never hesitate!
Yeah!
How on you?
Be of your body and mind.
I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant!
So the main unit doesn't actually gain weakness when we attack them, so we have to attack the other guys.
Victory is inevitable!
We have a lot of single target pickers for this.
Time to show you what I can. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. What's this?
The fearless knows not fear.
Yeah. Awesome. Now what's this?
Time to cleanse the filth. The truth burns clean. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Fangs and claws got dull. How on you?
Oh, I get it.
Has Dr. Ratio gone once this whole time? Where is he?
What's this?
There he is.
May the foul stench just be quick.
Percipit. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
The truth burns clear. Everything in this world is bleeding. Be of your body and mind.
Time to show you what Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. What's this?
You're falling apart on your own.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Never hesitate! Too slow.
Free.
I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Brother, bro, brother. Please stop hitting us, we surrender. We aren't the Stellaron hunters. We can't withstand your punches. Our equipment is rented too. If it's damaged, we really can't afford to pay for it, bro. Look at you guys. Why are you impersonating other people? Actually, it was a fan in our live stream who said the three of us have great skills if we perform a Sam impersonation show. We'll definitely become an innate talent to become Sam and make bank. Live stream impersonations. Innate talent. I'm from the boonies and I don't really understand these. Anyways, my coach has spoken to Sam. They don't like being impersonated by you guys. Please stop doing this. You don't want the real Stellaron hunters to come knocking on your door, right? For real, definitely. We'll switch to another live streaming track when we get back. No more playing with abstract stuff. Looks like the outcome is clear. Then allow me to declare the winner of this match, Luca Strongarm. I feel like the live stream platforms will have a lot more innate talent for Luca. Sometime later, someone texted me. Who was it? Oh, it's this guy again. The guy who I'm pretty sure set us up. Hello, contestant Luca and coach. I'm here because of that special challenge. A Foxian contestant named Samantha wishes to fight you. That's a really normal name. Yes, I've received the details, but this opponent doesn't look like a fighter. Compared to the likes of Sela or Mr. Tapar, the feeling she gives me is more like Natasha. Don't underestimate them. You'll get your butt booted. Indeed, there are hidden masters everywhere on the Shinjo. You can't judge a book by its cover. I shall look into it. Did we get another surprise March Eidolon? We sure did. Last one. Me, the best girl in sight. That's a bold declaration.
Finally! Some recognition for training my butt off!
Obtain one pet. Stand by me. So, yeah, pets are just a thing now. Where do I put them? What do they do? What is a pet? Is it on the Shin, or not the Shin, is it on the train? You can't just introduce pets and not like explain to me what they are. And why is Argenti here? Your kind's not allowed in this place. What is other flower petals? Junkie chops? Hello, pet? Where's the pet? I love the shot of dead Shushang. It's a good shot. We've got a sparkle shot. I'm not sure what that first top one is. Something with Pinnacone. Is there a pet section of the train now? No. What do I do with pets? Maybe I should talk to Chunky Chops. No. Did I ever talk
We meet
to
again, dear friend. Thank you for the invitation.
Please allow me to praise your
Please allow me to
sincere-
praise your
oh,
sincere
okay.
and compassionate soul.
How familiar.
Looks like we understand each other. Remember that night of hallucinations? In this very familiar car, the ugly giant Sting solidified our friendship.
Of course, I even remember the name of the plant.
Oh, you mean that bonsai that even thrives in disharmony?
I don't actually.
What a beautiful, resilient plant, full of vitality. The feeling of boarding the express and seeing everyone again is simply indescribable. My dear friend, please allow me to extend my sincere greetings to the express in a way that only a knight can.
I had not talked to him. I didn't think so, actually. But where do we store pets? Where are pets? What are pets? Nothing, huh? Alright, to the internet. Pets are cosmetic companions that follow your character in the overworld. They are? With the introduction of the pet system in 2.5, the Tuskper is the only one available. That can be equipped to follow your character in the overworld. Topaz's Trotter Numby functions like a pet, but can also point out the locations of chests, although Numby is technically part of Topaz's technique instead of a standard pet. There are chances that pets might have additional uses in the future. How to equip a pet. You can see the pets that you own by clicking on the summoning bell in your inventory. Okay. After selecting the pet you want to equip, click on the summon pet at the bottom of the screen and bring it out. Okay. There's not even like a new alert on my inventory just saying I got it or something. Oh, there it is. Now you have a pet summon. There it is. You can summon and recall your pet from inventory at any time. Dude, it's just like World of Warcraft. Very cute though, actually.
Then let's put you to the test.
I guess we should do the Samantha thing before we move on. Next, I'll be climbing onto the stage, competing with the best against strangers. We've never met before. It's been such a long and arduous road. Sugata, are you listening? I am listening. I can help you achieve victory. No way. This is a martial arts tournament, and it's a duty that I've committed myself to. You be good and wait by the stage. Do not move and do not answer any questions without my call. Rule updated. Do not take action without orders. Hello, Miss Foxy. Are you my opponent for this match? My name is Luca. Greetings to you, patrons. My humble name is Samantha. I'm the one of the ordained monks of the Claret Wheel Temple. Here to participate in the war dance. Is this your partner next to you? As a fighter, he seems a little condensed. You're mistaken. Sugata is merely my travel companion and not a competing contestant. I am the only one humbly representing the Claret Wheel Temple on stage. Claret Wheel Temple? Never heard of it. That's not true. Do monks also have a desire to win? The Foxen girl's face flashes with a hint of panic, as if she's ashamed that she's about to fight another. I've not been ordained for long, and I am still unable to abstain from the desire to compete. The Shinjo should not have witnessed someone as inexperienced in cultivation as me to step on stage to compete, but... She lowers her eyes and takes a moment to find her courage. I have come far, and there is no turning back. For the monks and children of the Claret Wheel Temple, I have to defeat you and any future opponents that cross me, even if it means breaking my vows to desist from hate. Looking at your determined eyes, I already know that you and I have the same reason to fight. It's getting late, Miss Samantha. I'll see you in the arena. I hope you can defeat me. Wishing for my victory. Mr. Luca, you are a strange person. The Claret Wheel hangs overhead, illuminating mortal hearts. I cannot wish you victory, but may you find peace and health in all. So I guess there's also Foxians part of the Claret Wheel, not just former abominations of abundance. Characters lose HP to gain massive amount of vibes. At the start of an allied character's turn, they consume HP equal to 20% of their max, or actually just their current. When characters lose HP, increases all allies' damage dealt by 10%, can stack up to 99 times. Blade, Jingliu, Locha. I don't have any characters that actually get better for having no HP anymore. Arlen's not set up or anything. So, what are we fighting? Wind, ice, electricity. Wind, ice, imaginary. Well, Flametail actually heals herself, so that would actually work out. Maybe we should just do Flametail. Welcome to the knockout stage of the war dance. One of the two fighters in this duel is still none other than our highly anticipated rising star, Luca. And the other contestant is a fighter monk hailing from the Claret Wheel Temple, Samantha. They will be bringing us... The host is interrupted by the voice of a Foxian monk. Apologies, host. Before the competition begins, I would like to ask for a moment of the audience's time. On behalf of the Claret Wheel Temple, I would like to implore the Shinjo Alliance for protection. I know that in the eyes of this audience, the Borson are murderous beasts who only kill and destroy civilizations, but the distinction between good and evil have always been on a grayscale and never defined. Like all intelligent species, the Borson are able to make their own decisions. Today, I stand in the arena to show all of you. Did I hear that right? This Foxian girl said she's a Borson? Oh snap, she's in disguise. They're a good Borson? Nonsense, they killed my two best bros. Is she trying to say we're the bad guys? Take her off the stage. She's an insult to the war dance. Escapee identified. Lock down the site immediately. Surround the target. Finish the fight before the Borison cause a riot. Actually, guys, she's with the Claret Wheel Temple, and the Shinjo currently has no issue with them and said they shouldn't be targeted. So you're actually would be breaking the Shinjo rules. And don't let her companion escape. Warning, enemy units approaching. Plan hijack enemy units and protect, Samantha. Oh wait, Sugata, do not attack, do not attack. Report, the Arumaton on site is out of control. Suppress them immediately. What's wrong with this? Oh. What's wrong with this robot? No, we must keep the order in the arena. Hey, Iron Shell, come here. Once again, Arumatons constantly go out of control. It's they should probably be retired by this point. What did that girl say? She said destroy the Borison. She said too many words. I didn't catch a bit of it. So she's actually a Borison who come here to try and promote the Claret Wheel. That's cool. I like that the Claret Wheel is actually it's not just a piece of lore in the background.
An endless lifespan is just a bitter way.
But it's actually showing up in the game as part of the story. That would explain why that Claret Wheel book is only available at the end of this event, actually. Didn't expect them to show up. That's cool, though.
Your end approaches. Receive divinity. Unnecessary. Eternal sleep is the dead return! Repay. Detonate.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze!
Failed to send you. You chose the wrong enemy.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
That paradise may be. Savor it for me. Nothing major.
Fight to live!
That paradise may be. Savor it for me.
This is a beefy gatekeeper.
Set the seas ablaze!
I'll see you off. Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Knowing now that Locha's coffin contains the essence of Tezeronoth inside of it, which is still wild. He actually uses it to to fight, and I guess that's why they're tentacles. It kind of makes sense. Checks out.
Try harder. All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Nothing major.
Until everything burns to ashes! Firefly Type 4 in position. Fight to live!
Nothing major. Bloom.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
That paradise may be a savor it for me.
Let's settle this.
A blade
Eternal sleep is the dead return!
The chaos on site has finally subsided and the competition is temporarily halted. Thank you for your help, Contestant Luca. The Borison fugitive named Samantha and her Intelligent accomplice are now under our control. Who knows how big of a mess they would have caused otherwise. What? Miss Samantha is a fugitive. That's right, she is suspected of committing multiple murders, or of identity fraud and of smuggling highly dangerous weapons into Shinjo territory. She says she's competing for the monks and children of the Claret Wheel Temple. Oh wait, that's Luca. She says she's competing for the monks and the children of Claret Wheel Temple. Is she really a fugitive? It's all an act. For those of you in worlds that are untouched by the Borison's invasions, ignorance is bliss. But to us in the Shinjo, the name of Borison shocks a fear that is ingrained into our blood. Let's not talk about such depressing stuff. The competition committee has asked me to pass on the results. Due to the contestant being disqualified, you have been automatically declared the winner of this duel. Congratulations. I don't feel right about winning in a weird way like this. Your strength is witnessed by all, so the outcome of this match was never in doubt. Just a side note, even my daughter thinks you have a high chance to win. Oh, by the way, as a witness of the case, the Tin Lords Commission hopes you can head to the Shackling prison to assist in the investigation. When you're given your statement, just tell the truth, that you know nothing. Don't let this affect your future fights in the tournament. Thank you, Captain. I'll head there right now. Hey, can you go with me? I can't help but feel that there's something odd about this. Yeah, I agree. And it starts with a B. How do we... I guess we have to walk. Or maybe that's the staircase there? I don't know how this place works. We'll just go over here. I believe they took her to the prison. It's like no one reads in this world.
Emergency situation. All prison personnel are instructed to abide by the established procedures and act without delay.
No, Yukong. According to records from the Skyfaring Commission, this spaceship was originally registered under the Intelligentsia Guild. Now it's docked at the port, carrying 102 unidentified corpses. The only individuals who landed from the ship and entered the Shinjo are Boris in disguise as a Foxian and an Intellitron. So I'm asking once again, who killed them? I can only repeat my previous answer. I absolutely did not violate my vows against bloodshed. However, I cannot divulge the details of the situation. Your denial is of no use, because the answer speaks for itself. Madam Yukong? You two are at the right place. We are currently conducting an urgent interrogation of the suspect. Mr. Luca, please come here and leave a statement. This involves the Skyfaring Commission, hence I have been summoned for the hearing as well. However, considering the severity of this case, even the General may have to come to oversee this personally. But these two suspects, one refuses to cooperate with the investigation, and the other refuses to even speak. Well, do you guys have a right to remain silent? Could this be a misunderstanding? The 102 corpses in the ship are no misunderstanding. Miss Samantha, you said to me before that... before the fight that you were fighting for the monks and children of the Claret Wheel Temple. Were you lying to me? I am an ordained monk from the Claret Wheel Temple. I do not speak deceitful words. Though the documents... this is the Spiritfarer. Though the documents she mentioned on her person and the ring she bore, we've confirmed her identity as the monk Samantha from the Claret Wheel Temple. Claret Wheel Temple. I've heard of this temple's name. They are a bunch of Borisin isolated from the outside world, adhering to strict commandments and forbidding killing. They've built a temple to escape from the flames of war. This sounds more beautiful than a fairy tale. Now this fairy tale has been destroyed because of you, Samantha. The Borisin can never change their bloodthirsty nature. Even if you're disguised as a Foxian, you'll never become one of us. Okay, you gong, jeez. Wait until Yukong realizes that the big trauma she has over flying with the Lux arrow killing everyone. A Borisin saved like 3,000 people from that Lux arrow. I only wish to plead to the Shinjo during the war dance, to let you hear the voices of the Claret Wheel Temple. If I appeared in my true form, I would not be able to even step foot on the Lofu. No matter what intentions you had coming here, you've lost your opportunity in achieving them. Claret Wheel Temple's reputation is now tarnished by the bloodshed you've caused, and there's no room for any petition of yours. All of this is ruined by your own hands. The Foxian's monk's features contort in anger. She clenches her canine teeth tightly, trying in vain to calm the raging anger within her. Miss Samantha's not lying, is she, Mr. Intellitron? Present situation, I adhere to the commandments and will not answer questions from anyone but Samantha. Mr. Intellitron, if you and Miss Samantha are convicted because of obeying your commandments, Claret Wheel Temple will also be implicated. You should be adhering to the commandments for the sake of the Claret Wheel Temple, instead of helping to destroy the temple. The deduction is logically sound. I was the one who annihilated the 102 individuals. Please question me. Oh my gosh. Tsukada, you promised me that you will not expose yourself to danger. Do not panic, Samantha. Suggestion. I will show you all my historical memory. I hope that the Shinjo Alliance will reconsider Claret Wheel Temple's petition after reviewing this data. Finally got them to talk. Thanks, Luca. I will not promise you anything, Intellitron, but you can try to trust me. Honesty is better than blind adherence to commandments. This deal is successfully concluded. Then let's start the confession. Suggestion. As a logistic extension, confession is inefficient for transmission. I will synchronize my data with you all in a more optimal manner. Wavelength adjustments complete. RAM access permissions altered. Synesthesia beacon synchronization initiated. Not sure how many system hours ago. The time feature has halted for how long have I been dormant? Order. Blank. Objects detected. Conforming to the definition of organic lifeform. Engaging annihilation mode. Annihilate, 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 annihilate. The extrapolations of organic life lack logic and are riddled with fallacies. To correct this error, Rupert, the Emperor, devised the perfect anti-organic equation, attempting to repair the loopholes in the universe's programming. The Intellitron army once ignited the cosmos, desirous of completely erasing the existence of all organic life forms. Conclusion, we failed. We must learn from blank. We will be victorious at the end. This has ties to Rupert? Who that one news report from like a couple updates ago said might be coming back or something? Look, the remnant of a war machine. It's a core part of some bigger contraption. It's damaged and in a state of standby. Picking up the surrounding components and put them here, and we may still save him yet. Master, Diana, we're wasting time on lifeless metal. Machines will always just be that. We'll never be able to understand each other no matter how fluently they speak our tongues. Besides, this is a machine left behind during the Emperor's War. It has committed more sins of murder than we can imagine. I will not presume to determine whether Intellitrons have emotions with my meager intellect. However, as for whether we should save him, that boils down to the compassion in our hearts. Come, help me, Samantha. Yes, Master Diana. Shush, he's waking up. Order, Elite Soldier 0089, diagnosing corpse's status. This body is heavily damaged and cannot support this unit for combat. Negative. Organic life detected. Overwrite last conclusion. Order, and annexing machine units in vicinity. Activating annihilation mode. Annihilate, annihilate, annihilate. Remnants of the anti-organic equation, huh? This is the first time I've seen one. Never mind, it's not that it cannot be delivered from salvation.
No one's gonna pick up.
Together as one.
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
No matter. Time for a buzz.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
A quick divination. All things in this world, human creations.
Another journey begins. Still waters of oblivion.
More enemies. Time for a buzz.
Destined for oblivion.
Don't throw the gang.
Can I have fun?
Yeah, that sure was a strong suit of steel. It could have even controlled the surrounding machines to attack us. But these trash heaps of metal were no match for our sharp talons in the end. How do you find joy in conflict as a Dharmic monk? Your words ring true. That metalhead is awake. Question. Organic life, why did you not destroy me? The annihilation has failed. According to logic, you will destroy me. This is the most optimal solution. Oh, you know, her name's not Samantha. There's no N there. I was reading it wrong the whole time. It's Samantha. Samantha, you answer that question. Yes, oh Steel Patron, the universe is fraught with wanton bloodshed, and so are our hearts. Is it this impulse that drove us to ruin, devastating worlds, and forging the unbreakable cycle of war and bloodshed? And that is why the Claret Wheel Temple monks continue to hone our minds and spirits in order to resist this claim. For it is past the scarlet curtain of blood and beyond slaughter that we sought, and found an even greater power. A weapon of even greater power. Negative. I have not detected any other type of weaponry amongst your equipment, besides biological weaponry. This power that Samantha refers to isn't something that an ordinary device can detect. Affirmation. Greater power can be implemented to iterate upgrades of the anti-organic equation. It can be suggested to be incorporated into database. We can learn from organic life. We will be victorious at the end. Question. How can one obtain this power of which you speak? That question is much too profound. Master Diana, can talk your ear off for decades on this subject alone. The claret wheel hangs overhead, illuminating mortal hearts. To understand its power, countless years of cultivation is required. We're in a rush to reach the Shanzhou, Steel Patron. If you wish to learn more about the Claret Wheel Temple, let us become travel companions and Master Diana can preach the mantra to you along the way. Would that be appropriate, Master Diana? It is by fortuitous fate that we met this day, but if this Steel Patron wishes to travel with us, I must first adjust its nature to avoid it lashing out again towards innocence. Conclusion. I have accepted the invitation from these Claret Wheel Temple monks to share this journey. The revered Master Diana has locked my weapon system to prevent me from unleashing violence during the trip. They originate from a frontier star quadrant, swearing to journey to the Shinjo Alliance to petition to the Shinjo natives for the protection of over 10,000 monks and 13,000 civilian children. Question. I cannot understand if they possess powers beyond slaughter. Why are they unable to protect themselves in the universe and still seek refuge? Interrogation. A power beyond slaughter. Does it exist? It must. Impossible. Relevant information does not exist within the database. To obtain the answer, I can only record the monks' verbal exchanges as references for extrapolation. Called brainwaves. Destroyed star cluster 51 system days before the start of the war dance. Penacony, why are we here? Look at these people. Oh, I thought I smelled our brethren, but I saw that they voluntarily put collars around their own necks. As wolves graced by the Master of Immortality, they willingly ground down their own fangs and claws and collared themselves. Then they fled with tails tucked between their legs like dogs and expressed compassion for feeble prey. You forsook their blessing. Is that any different from serving yourselves up on a platter? My brethren, please allow me to correct a mistake of yours. The Borsen are, after all, a branch of the human genus. It is a misconception of the past for us to see ourselves as wolves, but there are many more choices open to us once we begin to see ourselves as human. Okay, so that answers a long question I've always held. Are the Foxians, do they just look human because they're humanoid, or the game modeler doesn't feel like making anything different? Or are they actually related to humans in some way? I guess they are apparently related to humans. You're all born of the wolf pack, akin to frogs gazing up from the bottom of the well. You only see the choice of bloodshed that towers above you at the mouth of the well. As the saying goes, a moment of kindness broadens the horizon in an instant. Leap out of the box, and you will find an endless expanse of opportunities. We did not abandon the blessing, but triumphed over it. We have risen above the narrow crevices of conflict. I think you're more like a frog here, hag, croaking about like a witch. I hope you'll keep yammering on when I split your belly open. Master, watch out!
Turn out your pockets!
I do not have the right team for this.
I see through you. Together as one. Human creations.
More time for a buzz. This is double speed.
At least we have silver though for this.
Time for a buzz.
Glad I trained.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
The scattered wolves flee, and the battered and bloodied Dharmic monk finally topples. Master Diana, I didn't turn back into a wolf. Master Diana, for the first time in my life, I was able to fight so calmly. The recording of Dharmic monk Viria's last words ends here. This is a good burial place. Viria always loves cool, shady spots. You'll feel like it's back in his nest. Failure to comprehend. Known. With the war dance as your podium, you intend to petition for Claret Wheel Temple to join the Shinjo Alliance. But your commandments severely impede your objective from being fulfilled. Logic. According to extrapolation, subjugating and eliminating the Shinjo Alliance and erasing all non-agreeing individuals is the most optimal solution to achieving your goal. The commandment of do not kill severely restricts your ability to act. It is an illogical conclusion, and it is what caused Viria to lose his organic life. When I first joined the Claret Wheel Temple, I thought the same way too. This universe forces you to use violence time and time again. When we were protecting civilians and monks during their escape, it was kill or be killed. I broke the vow against killing more than once. I'd rather have my hands snapped apart by the commandment ring I wear than resist the urge to rip my enemy's throat open. Question. What revised your conclusion? I took in Samantha. I saw the fear in her eyes when she witnessed my battles. I realized that each and every one of us is involved in building the world of the future. I would not bury the seeds of fear and hatred in the earth of tomorrow and let Samantha become yet another chained cog in the cycle of war and bloodshed. More than just killing, we still have the power to make choices. The existence of Claret Wheel Temple is a prime example of this. Death is but the vanishment of the flesh. In this war, with the universe as our opponent, as long as we still abide by the commandment of do not kill, we will never become the defeated, or we will never welcome the defeat of the soul. Record updated. I have learned of a new definition of victory. Question. Non-killing equals victory? Question. What defines the soul? She does not answer. Oh, over here. Rupert the Emperor has died, but the remaining offspring of the inorganic equation still lurk in all corners of the universe. Against these individuals, the IPC has issued an order to all bounty hunters: eliminate them at all costs. What was Diana thinking when she pushed me away? I'm watching some low-production comedy show. The bloodthirsty Morrison are willing to protect Rupert's murder machine at all costs of their lives. So even ruthless beasts are capable of huddling together for comfort. Come at me. I lost, you can kill me, just like how your metallic maniacs killed my brothers back then. Remember this, and etch it into that metallic head of yours that's only fit to be my chamber pot. The bounty hunters that are still alive will hunt you down to the end of the cosmos and melt you down into a pool of molten metal. Regarding Diana's death, I feel something that's infinitely close to a concept that organic life holds: rage. There was activity in the anti-organic equation, and it captured my negative feedback, amplified it, and arrived at a conclusion. Affirmation. Even if Diana locked my weapon system, with the remaining annihilation protocols in my system, even using a single pebble, I can easily wipe away his existence. Stop. Anti-organic equation command terminated. So, we will not do anything behind your back. Rupert's monster, and you Borson. How many worlds have been destroyed by your race? Stop pretending to be saints in front of me. You think acting this way will erase all your sins? You're all born as bloodthirsty monsters. I've said that the bounty hunters will chase you down to the very end of the cosmos. We left without turning our heads. He chased us down, cursing our names repeatedly. Samantha said making this choice is evidence of my growth. I ran diagnostics across all programs, but was unable to find any quantifiable system upgrades. From then on, no bounty hunters appeared again. I once checked through the bounty hunter's warrants. Conclusion: Elite Soldier 0089 status became marked as deceased. Interesting. There is something that halted the action of killing, and it also stopped the activation of the anti-organic equation. Power beyond slaughter does exist. I request to be ordained to further my study. Converted Disciple 0089. Through your karmic though your karmic hindrances have not been removed, there is yet room for your redemption. The Master is not with us anymore, so today I, the revered monk Samatha, shall break my bow and bequeath unto you the 5 claret wheel commandments, in the hope that you will sever your ties to evil. Now recite the commandments mantra after me. Conclusion: this unit has signed the consent agreement. I am born of the void, born in servitude to all beings, thus I shall neither harm nor transgress. I am born of the void, born in the servitude of all beings, thus I shall neither harm nor transgress. I quell myself from strife, witnessing the poison of karmic consequences, thus I shall neither covet nor hate. I quell myself from strife, witnessing the poison of karmic consequences, thus I shall neither covet nor hate. I know the truth of suffering, of death, and of life, thus I shall not be indulgent in my wait for nirvana. I know the truth of suffering, of death, and of life, thus I shall not be indulgent in my wait for nirvana. Put on this ceremonial ring. From this day forth, you have become a disciple of our Claret Wheel Temple. I bestow upon you the ordained name of Sugata. The commandments are a method of self-discipline. If even the laws within your heart cannot be bound, then the turbulent waves of the world will leave you no room to resist. If there is a precedent of the commandments being broken, countless excuses will grow along the cracks like an addictive poison. It will erode the initial boundaries till there is no turning back. Remember, breaking of the commandments will not destroy yourself, but it will pave the path of defeat when confronting the cycle of war and bloodshed. We seek out not the victory of the flesh, but the invincibility of the soul. Confirmation. I receive your guidance with faith. Protocol complete. I will adhere to the 5 commandments of not evoking harm, transgression, greed, hate, or indulgence, and honor my commitment to Samatha. I will study Claret Wheel Temple scriptures, and I am convinced that by doing so, I will become into contact with the power beyond slaughter. I have absolute faith in this. But worldly matters are impermanent. So did they just keep all these bodies that they ran across? Like, spaceships restricted zone 3 days before the start of the war dance. Okay, no, there's still more story. Hysteric Annihilation Gang. Wait a second. Annihilation Gang's dead. These two are boring. They're not even putting up any resistance. How am I gonna get hyped up now? You two better not let my bros down. Honored patrons. We do not carry any possession of value on us. Your attack has also destroyed the only spaceship we own, Logic. Killing us will not deliver any benefits. May you all turn back from evil before you are tainted by further sin. Sin? As if you've seen actual sin. How much does it weigh? What does it look like? Take it out and enlighten us then. Listen up, you two. The only truths in this universe are stuff like meteors that fell from the sky, the flames of the Antimatter Legion, and the gun in my hand. Note, please add the anti-organic equation to that. Tugata. Samantha is shaking her head. I have identified her facial topography. It is one of pleading. She does not wish me to break my commandment for this. Do you remember our objective? One of us must reach the Shenzhou with the petition, but it does not have to be me. Record. After spending 0.0019 seconds of extrapolation, I have understood Samantha's plan. She wants to sacrifice herself to create an opportunity for me to escape. But you're both still alive. I decline to execute that specific command. Question, Samantha. Is the completion of this objective more imperative than any individual entity? You promised me. You said you would abide by the commandments. I will not let you undo your weapons lock. She is right. I have made my vows and signed the agreement, but I can also go back on it. Conclusion. Everyone has the right to make their own choices. Logic. The critical objective. Complete the petition. Secondary objective. Protect Samantha. These two objectives take priority over all other directives. Beginning extrapolation based on the aforementioned objectives. Conclusion. Break the commandments and delete the self. Begin running the anti-organic equation. Extrapolation. Target locked on. Scanning for weaponry devices in the area. Annihilate. 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 This is the first time that the anti-organic equation's annihilation command has not provided a positive response to me. Throughout the entire process of slaughter, I felt that my system was running in a void, just like the feel that the organic life describes as guilt. Please don't talk about this anymore. Conclusion. I am no longer a disciple of the Clairtwheel Temple, but a lowly sinner. However, there is still one last monk present. Let us complete our petition. I thought the bodies were a bunch of like Shinjo's citizens, but unless there's other bodies, I don't know. I don't know if they're collecting the bodies or what. But those were Annihilation Gang, which are bad guys. They were Borison, which are those Borison were bad guys. Historical database recording playback complete. Please allow me to mourn for all the monks of the Clairtwheel Temple martyred on this journey. I hope to give Samantha a chance to compete once again in the war dance, to let all witness that Clairtwheel Temple's Borison also possess similarly admirable qualities as the rest of humanity. The Shinzo were just victimized by a Borison raid. I cannot restore Samantha's contestant qualifications and allow a rematch during such sensitive times. Once she speaks in the ring and reveals her identity, it won't just be a circle of armed Cloud Knights that awaits her. The audience will also become terrified to the name of Clairtwheel Temple. Is that truly the outcome you wish? I do not need to remind you. As you probably understand too, people do not simply believe that the Borison can disengage from their brutal nature just like that. I understand. I always have, but I refuse to give up. Master Dhyana, Dharmic Monk Virya, and Sugura, they gave everything for this journey. I want to stand in the ring and tell everyone that the monks of the Clairtwheel Temple have not caved into their nature. Logic. To be born into the hunting pack is to be brutal, and to be born into Clairtwheel Temple is to be compassionate. Perspective, nature, is a pseudo-proposition that contains subjective cognitive bias. Question. If the Shinjo agrees to admit Clairtwheel Temple and provide an environment that allows the Borison to change themselves, would they still want would they still walk into the cycle of war and bloodshed? I apologize. I am unable to give an answer to your question. The Shinjo is unwilling to believe that Claret Wheel Temple, while depriving them of a chance to speak their case. Thus, conflict will never dissipate, and the cycle of war and bloodshed will be ever present. So true, Sugata, so true. Madam Yukong, even though I am not a Claret Wheel Temple monk and any longer, I will henceforth demonstrate my resolve to you to achieve Samatha's wishes. Once the pressure of survival exceeds a certain threshold, organic bodies may adapt incorrect strategies. They may isolate themselves, lose their voice, relinquish awareness, and even cease to think. And then a piercing roar strikes your consciousness, carrying with it the horn of the Machine Empire, as well as the blood and fire that had flowed over 1,000 Amber Eras. Warning, warning. All Arumatons in the shackling prison have lost control. The control station is unresponsive. The out-of-control Arumatons are tightening their encirclement, requesting reinforcements, requesting... Hello? Hello? Damnations. Even the comms. Annihilate, 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 annihilate. Do you feel that? The intricate ingenia of the gray armor. They're frozen. Get into high alert, everyone. I repeat, high alert. Intellatron, what do you intend to do? In an era forgotten by history and drowned in time, the empire that the anti-organic equation ushered in once extended across more than half of the universe. As an elite soldier of the Rupert Empire, I am an extension of the Emperor's will. This power is sufficient to corrupt and control all machines in this area, commanding them to grind all organic life into dust. But what I wish to demonstrate is not the intent of slaughter, because beyond that, I have always found an even greater power. There will always be a choice, and I will make the better choice. In deadly battle, we raise the beacon's blaze. Under command, we hold the golden binding's embrace. In life, I have claimed and taken other lives, wandering through karma's web for sin to turn into fortune. What is the nature of oneself? All karma traces back to one's decision and will, for all things are born with emptiness and neutral void. Do not call in any being filthy or tainted. In a high-pitched screech of overload, all mechanical creations are freed from the control of the anti-organic equation's curse. Elite Soldier 0089 Sugata has blown their own circuits and fallen silent once more. Sugata? Madam Yukong, I am not a Shinjo native, and I don't know what happened here in the past, so I cannot point fingers at your decision. But as a contender, I cannot accept a victory that was not earned in battle. Just like Mr. Sugata said, even if the petition is ultimately rejected, they should not be denied the right to express themselves. Sugata has already made his voice heard by us all. However, I still wish to see the resolve of another person. As long as the petition is complete, I will offer everything I have. Samatha, I will arrange a rematch with Luca in the Sky Splitter's lower floor arena. It will be different from what you hoped. There will be no bustling cheers of spectators, nor will there be a raucous applause. No one on the Shinjo Lofu will know the outcome of this match. If you can take victory, the Shinjo Lofu will consider Claret Wheel Temple's petition. If she has to win, that's stupid. I thank you, Madam Yukong. You can start your match when you're ready. She has to win for them to be like, yeah, I guess we'll consider you guys peaceful enough to not kill or in prison. Sure. Patrons, please forgive me, for I am about to display the ferocious visage of the Orison. We do this in the name of neither slaughter nor victory. We simply wish for people to learn of the perseverance of a small temple. We wish for everyone to know the hardships of our petitioning monks, as well as the desperate determination of 13,000 civilians to survive. Dharmic monk Virya, revered master Dhyana, converted disciple Sugata, and revered monk Samatha humbly beseech Patron Luca for guidance. I understand Miss Samantha's intentions. I will give my best, for this battle is to show my respect to all of the monks of the Claret Wheel Temple.
Turn out your pockets!
Dark Monk Virya and Reverend Master left this world on their journey across the stars to petition for 13,000 live beings, or living beings. Please do not forget their names.
Converge and awaken!
Free will, or was it...
Time for a fun!
Come feast your up! Happy New Year!
Destined for oblivion.
The converted disciple, Sugata, severed evil karma and kept silence for the sake of the people and now rests here for all eternity. May you remember their final choice.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. On the still waters of oblivion. Again?
Turn out your pockets!
Time for a fun! This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Halt the duel. Wait, I've not won. I can still fight. Only with my victory will the Shinjo be able to hear the voices of the Claret Wheel Temple. Samantha, you've already tried your best. The Shinjo is not an arena for the war dance ceremony. We do not only listen to the voices of the victors. I represent all the Shinjo Lofun, recognizing your determination. Will the petition be successful? I will let General Jing Yuan have a conversation with Samantha. Also, I will try my best to give a full account and support the Claret Wheel Temple during the 6 Charioteers meeting. Regarding Claret Wheel Temple's petition, I cannot give a definitive answer. As long as there's a glimmer of hope, I will wait. I hope that Miss Samantha won't have to wait too long. Although Master Dhyana, Dharmic Monk Virya, and Sugata can no longer witness it, I hope I can witness it on their behalf. Oh yeah, that's Samantha speaking. The day when the monks and children of the Claret Wheel Temple will know no fear and find a tranquil corner in the cosmos to lead peaceful lives of their own. Samantha, this is also the wish of all the people in the Shinjo. Such a day will come. It definitely will. My friends, please allow me to excuse myself to gather and bury Sugata's remains at the end of this journey. I wish to bury it together with the commandment ring in a place of hope. I wish to bury it here. Witness the greatest power of sentient beings, the power to choose benevolence. Nice. I wonder if that book's here now, or if I have to wait for the whole thing. If it's here, that'd be really cool. Yes! Perfect. We don't actually have to finish. I don't know what... it's gotta be Svarog. I can't believe he joined secretly. I don't know who else it would be. Finally. That's the last book. Opinion about the Claret Wheel Temple. I'll have to see what it says. Because the other book that mentioned the Claret Wheel, it wasn't a book about the Claret Wheel, it was a book about the Borison, and it mentioned the Claret Wheel at the end of it. Did talk about, like, the Shinjo isn't, like, sure what to do with these guys yet, so... maybe that was written like pretty recently. And now there's this little event and then this book as well for the petition. Hopefully we can see some more stuff in the future. Wabam. Honestly, I was gonna go potentially until I got the book, which I thought was maybe the end of the whole thing. But we got it now, so that's good enough for me. I'm going to be getting that up quickly. But for now, I didn't open up music again, so no music for this. That'll be all for today. Tomorrow, we'll be back with the triumphant return of Fabula Friday. With some big updates. I've not sat idle. Some big updates for that. Some exciting things. Also exciting because there is a new category we can use for streams now. That's awesome. But for now, thank you all for watching. And until we meet again, may the sands of time treat you well.